If I want to look at patterns with decimal point scoots, we just did one a moment ago with times 10 is a scoot to the right. We've done it past classes with Riplop with 100s for percents. So there is a pattern. If I multiply by 10, does that go left or right? We just did this. Right. And how many scoots? One. If I do multiply by 100, does that go left or right?
Right.
Right. And how many?
Two.
Two. If I do 1,000,
Right.
right?
Wait, no.
Yeah, right. By how many? Three. You can always test it on a calculator. So the rule is that when I'm multiplying by these powers of 10, 100,000, so on, then I always go to the right because I'm making it bigger. And however many zeros, that's how many scoots I go.
So divide, you do the opposite.
Divide goes the other way, just like with Riplop. So if I want to divide by 10, divide by 100, divide by 1,000, then I am going 1, 2, or 3, but now to the left.
Okay.
If I do decimal points, then it switches again. So times 0.1 is making it smaller. I have a tenth of something because of means multiply. If I have a tenth of my pi, that's smaller than my whole pi. So now I am going left, the small direction, but one scoop. If I go times 1/100th, the 0.01, that's going left twice and so on. And there's two ways that people remember this for this pattern here in number 79. Some people say always write that leading zero because then you still scoot as many times as you have the zero. But if you left off that zero and just wrote 0.1, those people were taught to think that the decimal point and the zeros both count as scoots. So 0.01 would have two scoots, one for the decimal point and one for the zero. Whereas the first group of people were taught write the leading zero and then you have two zeros or two scoots. So two ways to memorize it. And then if you are doing dividing by and the decimals,
It goes to the.
now you're going back to the right. This is what we did ripping up tickets. If I have wholes and I rip them up into tenths, I have a lot more pieces in front of me than before I shredded my tickets.
Okay.
So same thing, you either have to have the leading zero and count scoots to the right, or don't write the leading zero, but the decimal point takes its place.
I don't know why the screen is like kind of shaking.